Just a bit.
So you might be a little tense. Let's do some stretches.
All right.
So we've done this before, but this will get your shoulders in a nice relaxed position. So I want you to bend your knees. Make sure that your rear end is behind you. Keep your neck aligned, so don't be looking up. Yep, there you go. You want to make sure that this is all aligned and that you're not head up, cutting off your air supply. And then you're going to put your hands out like this. You're going to stand up and let your arms come up, reach to the sky. And then you're going to come out and bring them down. A very good setup for relaxation and not having yourself hunched forward and whatnot. Okay. Have you sung it all today?
Not really.
Okay. No worries. So, are there any particular exercises that have been working well for you this past week, or anything that has come up?
I've been doing the thing.
Yeah.
Mostly that, a little bit of the arpeggios.
Okay. Do they seem to be working for you?
Yeah.
Yeah? Still feels easy?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Well, it depends on the day, but...
Okay, that's fair. Yeah. So, since those seem to be working for you, I know that the arpeggio is something that you're really familiar with, so I want to try combining that with the na and see if that really, like, clarifies anything, clarifies the tone. So, have you been doing the pendulum thing while you do it? It helps?
Yeah.
So, okay. So, yeah, just go ahead and get going with this. And remember that when you do this, if you're doing an arpeggio, you can stay ahead of the beat, right? You want to sing ahead of your hit on this side because it almost feels too fast to be comfortable, but that way you're not hanging on to the notes. And you're not worrying about that top note. So you want to be hitting it before your arm gets to that side, or to one of the sides. So, as you do that, we're going to do no, wait, sorry. Let's do and see what that does for you, and try feeling the bones, you know?
Yep.
Okay.
I've also been doing the touching my cheekbones.
Yeah, is that helping?
Yeah.
Good, I'm glad. Okay, let's actually take
You
it
can't do that and the pendulum at the same time, so you gotta choose one.
Yeah, go with the pendulum for now to see if that does anything, and then we'll like try it the other way.
Yep.
Alright, so
It still feels pretty relaxed.
Good. You're getting up there. Like good. That's really good. So you think that is helping? That
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. How does the first note when you release it feel? Like the does it feel relaxed?
Yes,
or would you say
but
that
then when I try to when I switch between the and the like the short, cutting it off feels a little awkward.
Okay, I figured just as much, just because it had a different tone quality to it a little bit.
Yeah.
So let's try something else. Let's try that way you're not having to transition awkwardly like that. You can go straight into the buoyancy.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try that. So. Yeah.
Yeah, that feels better.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, if that works better for you, that's good.
Yeah.
Still feel good? Mm-hmm. Good. All right, let's keep going.
All right. That one felt a little bit.
Okay. Yep. So, yeah, it was pretty high.
Yeah.
First of all, but yeah, no, like if it felt relaxed up here, like that's still a big change, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess one thing to keep in mind is, did it feel like you were trying too hard to make the vowel ah up at the top? Like, did it feel like you were trying to make the vowel to try and keep it consistent?
Not really.
Okay.
I feel like it just sort of came out at the top, and like I wasn't really thinking about the vowel.
Okay. So here, let's get rid of the pendulum thing.
All right.
And then we're gonna try the bone stuff to see if that helps, because if you think, does it feel tight in the throat when you try and get up to the...
Not really. It's
Where
actually,
does it feel tight?
It's tight like down, like in this area.
Okay.
And then once I get up here, it's relaxed again. So.
Okay, so, maybe you need some of this in...
Yeah.
Because I think that the point at which you need this like, bone quality is probably lower lower on the piano, because at a certain point you just like, if you're gonna like utter that pitch, you're gonna have to have that quality, otherwise it's not gonna come out.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe you need it lower, because there's a certain range of the piano, of the voice, that you can sing it and still get away with it, because it'll still come out, it just won't be comfortable, but at a certain range, like, you have to like do certain things to get it to happen. So, let's try doing the arpeggio again with the at the beginning, because I think that was helping.
Yep.
Let's try it if you were to body map. Okay,
Yep.
so like touch here and make sure that you're aware that the sound should be traveling into this area. So, and you can keep holding on to that area the whole time. And if you want, you don't have to move your arms or anything, but keep that idea of the pendulum in your body.
Yep.
Because the arms are actually not, part of it.
Yeah.
Necessarily. That's just like a reaction, as if you were to like have a string and like the end of it just moves because you're pulling here.
Yep.
So yeah, let's try that. If you just kind of keep that motion in your body, just to like keep it in mind, because it's really important in singing, because it aligns with the heartbeat and with our natural rhythm. That's the idea. Let's try the and on those, and the top note, just really keep in mind this. All right, let's try it.
difficult than I was moving.
It feels more difficult.
Yeah.
Than when you were moving your
arms?
arms?
Or like less, I guess more difficult. It doesn't come out as easily.
Okay. Do you think that your arms, maybe it's because, maybe it has to do with your shoulders a little bit. Do you feel like it's altered your breathing?
Yeah, possibly.
Okay. That's fair.
Because, this definitely kept my shoulders loose. And doing this probably...
Yeah. Yeah, no, I understand. That's fair. Okay, so we won't keep going with that if it's not helping. If it's making it harder for you. Another thing that we could try is doing that, but monitoring your shoulders by
doing the wall thing.
Doing the wall thing. If you think that might help you. Does that make sense though? Because then you'll feel your shoulder blades. You'll actually feel them sliding. Yeah. Do you want to see if that makes a difference? Because then you can directly monitor yourself.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Should I still do the face mapping thing?
Yeah. Let's just see what happens if you can monitor your shoulders. But it is a lot to keep track of. So let's just try it once, and if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. All right.
That feels better, but it's hard to keep track of everything.
Yeah, okay, I understand.
I'll be like, my shoulders. Oh yeah, my shoulders.
Yeah, no, I understand. Okay, that's a fair point. So,
but I think that was better than when I wasn't doing with the wall.
Okay, maybe it's just an awareness of it's just an awareness of your shoulders anyway. You know, because I did point it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that felt a little better. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going with the activity, but I think that maybe the range. The range is a little stressful with the bones and everything. Mm-hmm. So let's try doing something else. Let's do what we were doing before, because it's familiar and you've probably done it a fair amount, and so, it might be a lot more comfortable for you, and you might be able to really access that bone conducting that we did in the last. Yeah, you know what I mean? Okay, let's try it. So
just the...
And if you don't think that feeling it is going to help because it's moving your shoulders up, then you can simply feel it, because you can feel it when you you can feel it vibrate.
Yep.
So how does that feel?
That feels pretty good.
Feels good?
Yeah. I might be pushing a little bit too much.
Here's something that we should try. If you feel like you're pushing, let's try to do it with like a predictable rhythm to it, sort of. So keeping it like on a beat rather than like feeling it out. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Obviously it's really important to feel it out sometimes and oh, does this feel right? But also at the same time, if you feel like you're pushing, we should just try and see what happens if you just go with the rhythm and don't even think about it. All right. So Alright, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
That feels better. I think.
Feels good?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, it sounds good. It sounds free. I think that one thing that we can start to work on now that you've got that mastered, is, and that you've gotten comfortable with that, is to try and alter the way that we think about the transition.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I myself struggle with this. I think
Right.
we all do. But the thing that is moving is not necessarily so much the tongue as it is the soft palate.
No.
You know, the soft palate is,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
It's the.
it's just lifting in your tongue. And see, the thing is trying to find a balance, I guess, between like a really stiff tongue, but also like the awareness that your soft palate is the thing that's really moving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe like keeping the sides of your tongue on your molars. Like, you can monitor that because you can feel it, right?
Yeah.
So if you like have an awareness of that, like a constant awareness of that throughout the you'll know that your soft palate is the thing that's moving more. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Top molars?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Because our natural fun fact, our natural swallowing position is to have the tongue up on the roof of your mouth rather than down. And apparently it's a harder job if you were to keep your tongue down.
I don't think I could even do it.
Yeah, it's hard work for your tongue to do that. But some people do it, and I mean, you could not know that you've been doing that for ages, but hey, it's just easiest for your body to not. So, yeah, does that make sense though, what I said about that?
Yeah.
So monitoring, like, the size of your tongue on your back molars.
Yeah. Do they stay touching for the whole or do they?
Yeah, it's almost like that is just a very hummy thing, which is, if you keep the tongue up on the molars, you should really feel those bones vibrate.
Yeah. I could feel it during the
Yeah, you should really feel that. And so, you know, when you really start to phonate and sing, it's really not that different. And the feels easy for us. So. Maybe put some smile into it.
Yeah.
That might help, actually, because, you know, your tongue does go up when you smile. So put that smile into it. That seems to help.
Wow, that's weird. Like, I can feel my tongue still touching my molars, but it feels like it's my tongue moving, but not my soft palate, even though I can tell.
I know, it's probably because the soft palate, like, sort of touches your tongue.
Yeah.
Right?
And then
A little bit, and then it moves, but you think that it's your tongue moving. Right?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's confusing,
That's
but
weird. Okay.
yeah. Try inhaling with a smile. How does it feel?
Pretty good. I'm
It
running
feels
out of
good.
breath by the end, but
No, so let's try try taking it a little quicker maybe,
Mm-hmm.
so that you don't have to worry about the breath.
Yeah.
Still good?
Yeah.
Good.
That one started a little bit tight.
Okay.
Maybe I
It's
wasn't
probably,
smiling enough.
yeah, I was gonna say it's probably the placement, and I mean, starting with the whole, like, idea is that it's gonna get the sound to, like, feel very much like it's up here in the release, which is what we want.
Yeah.
Right. So try and keep going for that.
That's okay.
Smile. How'd that feel?
It still felt a little bit tight. I don't
Here,
know.
let's try doing some talking in there,
Alright.
because that's a little bit less laborious.
Yep.
You know, we've done this before, like the.
Yep.
You might even have to make a weird face. To feel like this little dot here is where the sound is coming.
Yep.
So. Does that feel
The last one felt better. But...
okay? Try it on like an ah nah,
Mhm.
because that's like what we're doing, you know, like
Yeah.
the ah. So no, yeah,
That felt better.
good. Let's see. Just do that a few more times maybe, and try to really get familiar with that. This.
Yes.
Huh.
I feel like
What?
it's still not resonating.
Okay.
So-
Yeah. Does it not? Can you not like feel it up here? Let's try a different vowel, because the O might be really pulling you back. So let's try yeah.
Yeah, that one felt a little bit at the end.
Yeah, because I think that the W also really helps with to get the sound
Mm-hmm.
up here. For whatever reason, it feels like it's really propelling it up there for me. So, yeah, like a sad toddler who's not getting what he wants. I mean, that's what he does, right?
Yeah.
Because that's the very raw sound that we're looking for, and that's why such little kids have it all the time, because they don't think about their speaking voices. Yeah. Do you feel like that wah 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 was helping?
Yeah.
Did that feel?
A little bit. It's still, I don't know. I still feel like it. Like I didn't get it until like the end of the wah. Like the
Okay.
third wah.
Let's just try it a few more times.
Okay. I think I'm
Maybe
going up the
like
most one.
inhale with a smile. It sounded resonant.
Yeah. Okay. That one felt better.
Yeah, it sounded like I could. Sometimes you can hear a little sound.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
yeah, and I thought I did. Did that feel comfortable?
Yeah.
Do you want to just do a few more of those? Try. And like try to keep the nga idea.
Yeah.
So like keeping the teeth on the molars
Mm-hmm.
and keeping that idea of the soft palate moving up in mind. The